Well, hello. Yep, I'm back. You can't get rid of me that quickly or that easily. Hello, Nathan, as well. Yeah, yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting and rough week, but we're back. Well, I'm back. We're all hunky dory. So let's try and grab a couple more people. Hopefully, some more people will come in. If not, oh, there we go. There's a load more. Alright, we'll give it another couple of minutes. And we shall start. How have we all been? Hello, Kenny. Good. Good to see that you're all okay. It's been about 5 minutes. I think we will, if I can get the correct orientation on the phone, that's better. That's the one I want. Right, we'll make a start. So, afternoon, welcome. It's been a little while since I've done tier 5. I know, my apologies. I have some personal life things have come in the way regarding an operation on both my big toes, and I was sick over the weekend, just gone. So we're back, fully up and running. I say fully up and running, 90% there. We shall make a start. So just a recap, because it has been a couple of weeks. Let me get to post. Here we are. So tier 5. In tier 5, there's a 10-point difference between Nectar and Cap for the championship lead at the moment. Nectar takes the lead in the championship standings at the moment, and then we've got Zab in 3rd position with 80 points, so about 28 points behind Cap currently. We then got Zimmer in 4th, and we got Major in 5th, and the third, fourth and fifth battle is still very, very close. Regards to the constructor standings, we've got the Alfa Romeos, a good, I want to say, 40 points ahead of the Supra team in second position, and then only 5 points behind the Supras are the Mazdas. So the constructors side, I think the Alfa Romeos, providing they, from what I can see here, if they can do this, I think they should be okay. It'll be more the Supra team that needs to start worrying a little bit about the Mazdas. So let me get up to, is that, yep, that is cool. I like to see that. You can go away for a minute. Excellent. Hello, Frack. Right, so qualifying. I actually haven't seen the qualifying stats here, but obviously I don't need to. I can see the grid. So first we got the championship leader of Nectar. In second we got Nathan in the other Alfa Romeo, so a front row lockout for the Alphas. In third we got the championship rival of Cap. In fourth we got the potato himself of Fracas. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, Fracas has always been a good driver, do not get me wrong, but like all of us, has his moments. We then got Monty in 5th position in the Corvette. We then got Major in 6th in the Ferrari. Now in my tier, one Ferrari did really well, the other Ferrari really struggled, and also the Ferrari drivers in my tier, I'm going to say complaining because they are complaining, I don't blame them to be honest, are complaining of the top speed of the Ferraris and around this track. As people can see, you've got quite a chunky straight here, and you've got another chunky straight over that side as well, so the Ferraris are probably going to struggle a little bit here. We then got Zimmer in 7th, we then got Slav in 8th, so we got another midfield lockout with the Supras. We then got Obi-Wan in 9th in the first of the two watermelons. We then got Zab in 10th, rounding off the top 10 with his teammates 7 positions ahead. We then got Kenny in 11th. We then got Quack in 12th. We got Blade in 13th. Hang on. There we go. We got Blade in 13th. We got Beaumont in 14th. We then got Finn, who I'm going to give a bit of a shout out here. There is 2 drivers in the Super Formula Series, one from Tier 5, one from Tier 6, and both of those drivers in the Super Formula Series are not doing too bad, especially Finn. So I want to give Finn a little shout out here for that. And then we got Pippa in the final of the Renault Megane watermelons, bringing up the rear. So, actually, just before we go, I want to... Lambo top speed is bad as well, fair enough. Frack, he's okay, but prone to choking. Yep, fair enough. I wasn't going to mention that, but yeah, you said it. Right, so are we ready? Let's get going. There's got 4 or 5 red lights, and away we go. As Cap makes a pretty good start, Fracas makes a terrible start, as he's now dropped 2 positions already. As Nectar makes a good start, Nathan's already under pressure from Cap. As Monty's made a fantastic start. Is he going to try and swoop around the outside? He's going to try to. It's not going to work though, because there's 2 cars up on his inside. So Cap's now up to 2nd, challenging 1st already. Nathan's down to 3rd, Major's up to 4th, Monty's up to 5th, Fracas is down to 6th. Zimmer stayed in the same spot. Obi-Wan's made up a couple of spots. Monty's dropping a little. Well, and we have a spinner. Who's that? Who's that? Fracas. Fracas. Good driver, but prone to choking. Funny enough, it's almost like you knew what was coming. So let's jump back on board. Let's come from back here. As we go up the inside from Monty for turn 4. Makes it... okay, it doesn't make it work because he just dumps it himself. Fracas fix things. He's got himself down into plump last. Looking further ahead, we got Kenny going up the inside of Zab. Kenny making up some good places early on in the sprint race, as we got Slav versus Kenny as well. So Kenny's not hanging around. The reserve driver for Tier 5. As he comes up the hill, that Supra's just got too long legs, and so does that Mazda. It's the only thing where that Peugeot, it has no straight line speed as someone else is that. Where is he? Where's Monty? I thought that was Monty for a second. Let's just jump back and have a little look. That is Monty, and he gives Major just a little tap. He manages to keep it on the road, loses out to Zimmer. Now going further back, Kenny's met. I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping back quite a bit, but I want to find out how the hell did Kenny do that? So Kenny's lost out 2 positions on this, well, definitely a position on this straight. Okay, fair play, Kenny. Optimistic, and also being in the right place at the right time. Trying to go around the outside, don't go too wide through here, as we found out the horrible way in Tier 4 just a couple of hours ago. Everyone's still alive as Kenny goes a little deep into the coming into the last corner. Sorry, Zimmer gets passed by Monty. So Monty having a very good exit and a good start to his sprint race. As we jump further forward, as Cap is now into the slipstream of Nectar. This might be a place where we stick a lot of the race. As Nectar defends the inside, Cap tries to sweep around the outside. Favourite move for some drivers in other tiers, but not this time for Cap, as Cap's not going to give up as we go around turn 3. Still tucking in behind Nectar. Nectar's going to defend. Nectar keeps it nice and tidy. Major doesn't. Major goes a little wide, trying to hold off Monty in the background. As I'm looking at the mini-map, don't see anyone spinning around or spinning out at the moment. Okay, can you... Okay, there's a whole gaggle of cars back here. This might be a good place to watch for a moment. I'll keep an eye on the leaderboard for a change of lead, as everybody's coming up the hill absolutely flat out. Who makes a move on who? Quack tries to make a move on Zab, not going to work. Beaumont tries to make a move on Finn. I think it looks like it has worked. Or did it work? Wasn't quite sure, but hard to see. Frack is making up a couple of spots, so Frack is trying to make his amends since his lap 1 accident, as Beaumont tries to go up the inside, doesn't make it work, hits the wall. Fracas then hits him, Pippa hits Fracas, and then Blade hits Pippa. As we charge back forward, let's just have a little check through the rest of the grid. So I'm going to try and keep up with the comments further ahead, as we got when did this happen? Sorry, there we go, we'll jump back here. This is just as I was skipped back. Hello. Right, as we come charging up the hill, sorry, I know I jumped back quite a bit, as we got Monty versus Major, and I think it's just a simple move up, down the straight and up the inside. It is. So good move from Monty. Does Major get the switch back? No, Monty stays ahead. So good move from Monty. Let's jump back forward to where we were, which is about here. So Monty now trying to chase down Nathan for 3rd position. If Monty can get up to 3rd, this might, if my memory serves me right, be the best result Monty's had this season. Or one of the best results he's had this season. Looking further back in the background as Nathan goes up, a little wide. Not sure if that was a little push or not, but Major takes advantage of the situation and slots back into 4th position. So now I'm going to try and defend from Monty. Monty's got the faster car, remember. And he's going brave on the brakes. So Major gets back ahead of Monty. Monty's now got Zimmer to defend from. Major's now going to try and chase down Nathan. And looking further ahead, Cap's dropped back from Nectar a little bit. We'll jump forward to these two because I have a fear, not this time. Last corner move's not really too ideal. You really want to do it into turn 1 so you can try and keep the advantage. Right, so Monty's managed to clear Zimmer very quickly actually, so Zimmer might have had a little moment. Going around the top end of the final sector, here comes Monty in the slipstream, going around the outside. As we come up into the braking zone, Major defending inside. Major keeps the position for the moment, gives Monty space. Monty does kiss the gravel on the exit of 1 through 2 and 3. Monty takes quite a low curb on the entry. And this is the apex on the turn 5, but that doesn't matter. He's slowly gaining. Is he going to make another move here? Not this time around. It's going to slot him back. And whilst these two are squabbling around for track position for position itself, Nathan's just going to slightly disappear. And here comes Monty using the straight line speed of that Corvette. Does he do the same move as before? He does. Keeps to the inside. Nicely done. No switchback from Monty, and from Major, sorry, and Monty keeps the position this time around. Let's jump a little further back. Actually, though, we'll stick here as Major has a little look through this corner. You do not want to look up the inside there. I'm going to call that corner death corner, I think. The amount of people. Kudos to him. I've never heard kudos to him. I haven't heard kudos to him for a long time. So, coming down this start-finish straight. This will be where Monty drops Major a little. So what? Let's just jump back through the rest. Kenny's now up to 7th. Zab's now up to 8th. Zab's now up to 9th. Slav's now still in 8th position. Stay here. Does Zab have a look? Zab has a look around the outside. Can you make it work? Slav defends the inside. As Quack takes to the gravel slightly too quick into turn 1, so he's now going to drop right off the back of this battle, and this might even allow Obi-Wan to come up into the top 10. Now looking a bit further back, Finn and Beaumont are still at it for 12th position. Beaumont does have a look up the inside. It's going to compromise him because he was on the curbs. Finn keeps the position at the moment, but Beaumont loses out to Blade, who takes 13th. He's now going to try and take on Finn with Pippa just behind, and Fracas doing more Fracas things is dead at the back. Don't know what happened to you. I'm not really going to go looking back too much. As we look back forward, Blade's trying to have a look. Oh, Pippa with a late move up the inside. Does Pippa make it work? Pippa does make it work on Beaumont. Not quite on Blade. Blade's still just about ahead for 13th position at the moment. So this is allowing Finn to just break away a little bit. Pippa's now going to have a look at the inside again, but this time for the last turn. Pippa does keep it. Dexter Pippa does keep it on the road, so both cars dispatched quite nicely and quite quickly. Now it's time to start chasing down that Lamborghini. So let's jump a bit further forward. Let's try and find another little battle. Oh, the move has done. When was this? Aha. So, Slav was in 8th position, Zab was in 9th. What happened as we come up to Death Corner? There goes Kenny. Kenny goes through. Slav just gets a little bit wide, hits the wall, so Zab just goes straight on through. Zab doesn't take up any damage, Slav does. So Slav now down to 9th. Let's get back up to where we were. So let's jump a little bit further forward as Kenny's now starting to reel it in Zimmer. It's going further forward again. No, we will stay further forward because we've got Monty versus Nathan. So Monty looking for that 3rd position for a podium finish here in the sprint race. That's not going to help your chances too much, but it doesn't cost you too much time. Oh, that might cost you a little bit though. So Monty just getting a little bit too eager on the throttle coming out of the left-hander. Nathan defending the inside nicely. As we go down the dip, come back up the hill around the right-hander towards the left-hander of Death Corner. Anyone? Oh, Nathan goes wide, he goes off the track completely, so is this going to allow Monty to come back and have another little look? Nathan's going to have some dirty tyres to go around this left-hander, not as much grip or traction as Monty does. I think it's starting to show a little bit because that gap's now closing very, very quickly. Nathan's defended the inside line, and here comes Monty with a much quicker car. There's it's about 4 or 5 miles an hour difference there. Nathan tries to have a little look. Monty gives him the space, but no, Monty's now up to 3rd. Nathan now down to 4th, and Major's now going to try and capitalise as well. Jump further ahead. Nectar's still in the lead with 2 to go. Cap's still trying to catch back up, can't quite reel him in. Monty's in 3rd, Nathan's in 4th, Major's in 5th, Zimmer's in no man's land in 6th position. Further back we've got Slav who's re-passed Zab for 7th position. We then got Zab in 8th, Kenny in 9th, we got then Quack in 10th, rounding off the top 10. We then got Obi-Wan in 11th, we got Finn in 12th, closely followed by Pippa in 13th, Beaumont in 14th, Fracas, my dude. My dude. I'm going to give you that moment of shame and embarrassment because that was silly. So, Fracas was in 15th, but still is in 15th. So, Fracas in 15th and Blade in 16th. Let's go back forward again as Finish just pulled up a bit of a gap hit to Pippa. Go back forward. Okay, right, I need to go back because what's happened here? Let's jump on board with Kenny. Let's go round the left hand for Death Corner. Slav does it again, he hits the wall. Good avoidance by both Zab and Kenny. Slav does not get any damage. That's extremely lucky for Slav. Now, Kenny's going to struggle a little bit down here because that Peugeot does not have good straight line speed at all. I know that because I've driven it into 4 a couple of seasons ago. He's got very good brakes compared to that Mazda. He's also got some good tyre life and very, very good grip. So can Kenny make it count through these next couple of corners? He's having a look up the inside through 4. Not going to make it work there. He's got to be careful though because Slav's all over the back of him. Let's jump back forward. Let's see if we can find ourselves an interesting battle here. Here we go. So we got Nathan versus Major. We got another two Brits battling it out for 4th position. Nathan doing a good job at the moment as we go around the right hander, as we go left into a death corner. Both drivers go onto the grass. Major has a massive moment, which is going to bleed off all the speed and give Nathan a bit of breathing space as we go down to the final corner, past the final corner, down to the kink for the final lap of this sprint race. As I look a little bit further back, we'll stay with Slav for just a moment because I have a feeling there might be a move going into turn 1. The flying Spaniard, is he going to be flying on track or is he going to be flying in the air today? Let's have a look. Hopefully flying on track. Here comes Slav deep in the slipstream. Kenny does not defend the inside. Slav takes the inside line, gets the move done before the apex. Does he make it stick? He does. So Kenny's now back down to 9th. Slav's up to 8th, but Kenny's not done. He's still there. Kenny's trying to go through up the inside of turn 4. Not going to make it work this time. So we go around the right of turn 5. I'll have a look at the comments in a bit. Slav's now starting to build a bit of a gap to Kenny, so I don't think, unless Slav has a moment in death corner again. Mind you, Kenny just had an absolute brilliant exit coming out of turn 6. Yeah, turn 6, as we go through 7 and 8 and go up the hill under the archway. Kenny has a look up the inside. Does he outbrake Kenny into 9? He does. They're side by side around the last, around turn 9 as Slav gets the better exit and is still keeping 8th position. We'll stay on with this too for just a moment longer. Go round death corner. Can Slav keep it on the road this time? He can, as we jump back forward to Nectar, who has led this race since lap 1, not been challenged, as he takes victory here with Cap just behind him in 2nd. Monty with a fantastic race come through for 3rd position. We've got Nathan in 4th, holds off Major, who had an unfortunate massive moment going into the last corner. We've got Zimmer in 6th, we've got Zab in 7th. Having a good race, considering. Whoa, okay, let's go back a second. Okay, I want to go back and watch this because this will be interesting. So fully alongside. Kenny does turn, he just locks up a little bit. The car just doesn't want to turn. Now, how many defensive moves does Kenny make? That's what I'm worried about. So there's his move, done. Why does... oh. He lifts. Okay, so Kenny lifts. So Slav's in 8th, Kenny's in 9th, Quack's in 10th, Oberman's 11th, Finn's 12th, Pippa's 13th, Beaumont's 14th, Fracas is 15th, doing more Fracas things. And then Blade comes through for the 16th position. I personally don't think that Kenny should have backed out of that one, because he was completely alongside. Yes, he did turn and brake at the same time, which doesn't really help, but I think he could have gotten away with that. Yeah, it does suck it doesn't include gaps. It'd be quite nice if it includes gaps, but we can't have everything in life, can we? Excuse me. Yeah, we should load. Right, I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt, mate. If you're telling me to take a sip of water, God, Jesus, help my throat. If it's anything like Spa, then good thing I've got a whole pint of water here. It would be great because it means I don't have to look at lap times to see if gaps are closing or if someone's closing up. But it would be load for some carnage if this actually loads. Yeah, unfortunately the pint is not an actual pint, it's just a pint of water. Trust me, I'd love a pint right now, but I think it's a bit too early for me to try and have a pint considering what happened over the weekend. Well, yeah, by weekends, so... Oh, also, how the hell did Fracas take 3 or 4 attempts to get the correct standings up? No, I'll be racing this evening, so the op was actually sort of like a couple of weeks ago. Well, I say a couple of weeks ago, it was nearly 2 weeks ago, but I went back to work about 5 days after the op. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I went back to work about 5 days after the op and worked for 3 days, went up to basically minor injuries because one of the toes was just getting bigger and bigger and more and more swollen, and I got told, yeah, don't go back to work. So, oh, that's a nice camera angle. Look at that for a camera angle. So yeah, I'm fine. I can race, I can drive, not a problem. Just sucks that I got told, no, you can't work, and then fell ill. But anyway, enough with that for the moment. We have got Quack in first, Kenny in second, Slav in third, Zab in fourth, Zimmer in fifth, Major in sixth, Nathan in seventh, Monty in eighth, Cap in ninth, and then our sprint race winner in 10th position. We then got Obi-Wan in 11th, Finn in 12th, Pippa in 13th, Boomon in 14th. Fracas. Fracas, did you mess up? Why are you starting on softs from 15th? Why? What was going through your mind? Everybody else is on the medium tyre, and everybody else is going to go probably a lot further, and B's probably going to be at a bit of a better spot after 5 laps. Whilst you're answering, we'll make a start as we come down the start-finish straight. Quack makes a pretty good... Not fair enough, gambling, nothing to lose. I love how you just said straight away gambling. 2-stroke strat was viable. Yeah, it was. As whoa. Okay, sorry, let's go back a second. So, Slav, I just spotted something out of the back of my eyes, so I see something else further back as well. Oh, Slav, that's a bit eager, mate. So it's like you can definitely do one, you can't do two there, and that's just cost you potentially chance of the lead. As look further back, we got Monty versus Nathan already, and here comes Cap as well. This might be a case of I might have to go back a couple of times, as we got Kenny challenging for the lead. We then got Nathan, Cap and Monty almost going 3 wide around turn 5, as Cap's now trying to capitalise on Monty going wide. And Monty's now trying to get the inside, and Nathan not going to work. Cap goes a little wide. Whoa. What the... That was caused by... Right, let's go back from here. Ooh, that's not going to work. So he's stranded. Nathan is going to try and miss that, and everybody else has got nowhere to go. Let's go back from here. Collision, bang. So Zimmer has hit both Nathan and Monty. There goes Cap with a collision as well. Nectar's going to get extremely lucky and got the inside and somehow survive. Gives Monty a push. So both teammates are now struggling and tussling for positions. Don't fight each other too much. Oh, careful. What the fuck is going on? Right, I need to go back. I think I need to go back to Fracas. So, a lot of the problem was that these two weren't giving each other space. Mainly Nathan, to be brutally honest. I'm sorry, mate, but you could have given your teammate a little bit of space. Now here, Nectar didn't really have... Nectar was trying to recover from the hit of the wall. Again, just give each other a little bit of space. Because that put Fracas into the wall, which then put Fracas into the path of Obi-Wan, who's then hit Obi-Wan. Somehow Fracas is the only one that's got... Oh no, Nathan's got a lot of damage actually. Fracas has got damage, Nathan's got damage, who else has got damage? Zimmer somehow only has rear damage. And then Cap's all the way down at the back. So I want to come back to that in just a moment. Everyone's braking as they normally should. Fracas just hits the back of Nectar. I think it's just Nectar. Then them two have their own little accident. Nectar somehow manages to keep on the road. Finn's all the way out here. He's going to hit the wall and basically come to a complete halt. Fracas nearly spins Nectar. Doing that has basically put Zimmer into the wall. Here comes Obi-Wan trying to capitalise. Don't think he can. Finn's come out from 8th down to 12th. I wonder what happened to Cap here. Somehow, I don't know how, Cap has come out with no engine damage. This is just chaos. I'll give it to Obi-Wan. He was braking, he did try and keep out of that. That doesn't help the fact that Beaumont's given Obi-Wan a massive push, or it kind of did actually. So that just pushed. What happened to these two? So these two have... Alright, Pippa's just got unlucky. Dexter got... Blade got a bit unlucky. Beaumont was just... What the fuck is going on? Well, we've not even done one lap, boys and girls. Hang on. Stuart says he wasn't sideways. Went to a complete halt because of all this. No, fair enough, mate. No, fair enough. Okay. Someone's given a push by Blade, sort of someone else on the other side, but agreed, yeah, fair enough. So, not teaching you how to suck X, but down in this corner, you can see the track map. There is something called a radar as well, which, when I do flick between Zimmerson on turn 3, okay. So, Next is now ahead of his teammate Nathan. Okay, I need to jump forward. I'm going to jump forward because what the... This is... I'm tempted to go back a lap. Half a lap and just rewatch this bit. I spent so much time dealing with the carnage. Right, let's watch track now. Everyone's so... Right, cool. Oh, breathe. Right, so somehow Kenny's in first. Slav's in second. Quack's in third. Mage is in fourth. Zab is in fifth. Might not be in fifth for much longer with how Monty's trying to go up the inside. Does Zab get the exit? He's after. Kinda. They're still side by side. No, Zab now gets it as we go around the right-hander. Right, I'm going to take a drink. I'm just going to take 2 seconds to take a drink. I can't even do that! What the fuck? What the f... Because there's a little... There's the nudge. Oh, that's just unlucky. Slav kind of gets away with it. Major, why are you trying to... Okay, fair enough. He's got tyre damage, to be fair. I'll give him that. He's got damage, so his car's going to turn right. I wasn't sure, why are you turning right all the time? But no, he's got damage. Right, but Jesus. Right, so all of that confusion. Let's jump back and actually do my job and commentate this. So, Zab gets a little push from Quack. Quack hits Major, so this now allows... Slav gets pushed from Quack, which allows Zab and Monty straight through. These two are still going to have a battle for third. Monty's going to try and take third position. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Slav's now in fifth. Next in Wiz in sixth, now in seventh. Fracas on soft tyres, which I thought was a stupid idea. Hush my mouth and call me Susie's now up into fifth position. He's made up nearly 10 spots. He's made up 10 spots in 2 laps, which is massive. Monty and Zab are still battling. As we come around to turn 4 at the moment. Jesus Christ, you guys were right, it's carnage. And breathe for 2 seconds. So, Kenny's in first. He's got a sizable gap to Quack in second. Zab is on the wrong side of the circuit. He should not be over there. Don't know what he's doing. So this is going to now allow Monty, who's got a lot more speed than him, from the look, a lot more speed straight up into third position. Zab's still not done. He's still going to be there. He's going to try and have a look. No, he's not. Now, Monty completely misses the apex. This is going to allow Fracas and Zab to try and have a look at taking third position from Monty, but these two have got to be careful and not battle with each other. Slav's now in fifth, Nectar's in sixth, Zimmer's in seventh, Major's in eighth, Major's in ninth, Nathan's in 10th, Obi-Wan's in 11th, Cap's in 12th, Finn's in 13th, Pippa's in 14th, Dumont's in 15th, and Blade's bringing up the rear. Now, I want to know, are these two going to play the team orders game? Because Fracas is lighting up the... Who's the other... Anyone else in the 42s? No. No one else is in the 42s at the moment. Everyone else is in the 44s and the 43s. So, if these two are going to play the team game, these two need to swap positions. Fracas needs to, I think no, they've kind of just done it. They've done it in a really awkward position, because this might actually, it's going to let Fracas go, but this might actually compromise Zab, as we've got a Ferrari. I think it's Major in the background going off the track completely. As now Slav is going to have a look up the inside of Zab going through turn 6. I believe he's made it work. What the fuck's going on back there? So we've got Major versus Nathan for 9th position. Major loses out 9th position to Nathan, but Obi-Wan's now going to be there as well. Can the Watermelon try and capitalise as we look further forward? I'm going to jump back, because this is too much to try and process. As Nectar's going to... Oh my god, Nectar. So Nectar is right on the back end of that. Oh, I tried to make it work, couldn't quite make it work. So Nectar's kind of just pushed Slav straight out the way. This is allowing Zab straight through. Zimmer straight up to 6th. Slav's now down to 7th. Nectar's now lost out to 8th position with his teammate right behind him. So we've got a battle from 5th down to 11th here. Whilst Fracas is lighting up the timesheets. As we got Slav going up the inside of Nectar. Does he make it work? He does make it work. This is really going to hamper everybody else, because everyone else is going to be jostling and tussling for position. So Nectar now down to 9th. Nathan up to in 8th. Major now up to 9th. Sorry, Nectar down to 10th. Here comes Cap, who's now up to 10th. And Nectar's down to 11th, although it's going to change probably into turn 1 as we go nearly 3 wide into turn 1. Can Nectar keep hold of 10th position? He can just about. This is now... Jesus. Oh my god. I'm losing track of what's going on and who's done what, as Cap goes around the outside of Nectar, now the inside for turn 5. As Cap takes over 10th position. Nectar's now lost out to Cap, and Obi-Wan's now trying to really sort of capitalise on a potential overtake here. As going further forward, Major's now trying to piece the scene, but not sure if he's going to with the straight line speed of that Ferrari. Now Nathan's all over the back of the Supra. Can Nathan make anything out of this next move? He drives up the inside Slav, a little bit more cautious this time, it looks like. Nathan makes a good pass, makes it stick as we go around down the hill, round the right hander towards Death Corner. Does everyone make it through? Major has a little moment in the background. This is going to allow Cap to have a look up the inside. He does. Major's going to really wide. He's now gone on onto the grass. Does this Nectar's now going up to 10th. Is that going to is that going to impede Nectar a little bit? I don't think it has. Everyone's now going to try and capitalise on this as well, as he's lagging all over the spot. Let's jump back forward. As what's happened up here is Monty's now in 2nd. Fracas is in 3rd. Quack's now down to 4th. Zab's still in 5th position with Zimmer just behind him. We've got Nathan in 7th, Slav in 8th, Cap in 9th, Nectar in 10th, we've got Obi-Wan in 11th, Major in 12th, Finn and Pippa battling it out for 13th position. Pippa has a little bit of contact with Finn. Pippa takes 13th, Finn falls back down to 14th, Blades up to 15th, and Beaumont is down to 16th position. Now Kenny's up ahead, out front at the moment. Lovely if I had split timings and timing deltas and things like that, because I can't tell who's catching who. If Monty's definitely catching Kenny. Fracas is starting to catch up as well. His tyres are lasting a lot longer than I thought. Whoa, quack. I saw that. So around the right hander we go. Just loses it on entry, can't get the car to turn. Clips the wall and straight into the barrier. Does he reverse straight? Oh my god, he reverses straight into oncoming traffic. That is the worst place to sit. So he's got front wheel damage on both wheels. He's got front bumper and rear bumper damage. That is the worst place to sit. So Nectar, through all of that confusion and somehow or somewhere gets past Cap, as Nectar's now trying to get past Slav as we go down the start-finish straight. And gets the move done, so does Cap. So something's happened to Slav. He's got damage as well, which is now gone, so he must have had an impact with the wall as well. Going further up ahead, we've got Captain versus Nectar, the two championship rivals having a battle going into turn 1. Nectar comes out ahead. So we've still got Nathan chasing down Zimmer, not really going to be making any moves just yet. Sorry, I thought I saw something. I did see something, I was right. So what happened to Cap? Cap really outbroke himself, went really wide. This is going to allow Slav straight up the inside and then around, swooping around the outside. Does he keep hold of it? Doesn't look like it. Cap's got the better exit. But Slav's going to send it up the inside. Both drivers give each other space. There's not any squeezing on the walls going on. Cap keeps 8th position for the moment. But there's Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's right behind these two. So both watermelons together on the table, but not close enough to really sort of help each other at the moment as Slav goes up the inside on this hairpin. Makes the work, but it kind of makes the move work. It's a little bit dodgy, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to go back and watch that. Okay. So Slav was still turning left. He didn't open his steering. But Cap's turning more left, which is then hooking on the back of Slav, which is pushing his car to the right. Okay. I'm not going to comment on that one. Don't go up the inside there. Jesus Christ. Well, there's Death Corner and there's Slav with another load of damage. Death Corner and Slav at the moment do not seem to want to mix as we go further forward. I want to find out what's going on a little bit further forward. So Zimmer is now Nathan's passed Zimmer on previously on that lap, but we didn't see it obviously because of what else was going on. Zimmer's going to use the straight line speed of that Supra to his advantage. Nectar's not going to give it up so easily though. He's going to do very late braking, fantastic late brake move up the inside of turn 1 to keep that 4th position. As we don't jump forward, Fracas is in 3rd position. His tyres are starting to drop off now. As we've got Monty now chasing down Kenny. With actually, both drivers have got really good looking tyres. So this will be a position we're going to keep an eye. I say we. I'm going to try and keep my eye on. I want to have a little look back here though. Have a little look at what else is going on around. So both watermelons are on the attack. One's on the attack to a Italian. One's on the attack to a Italian Lamborghini. The other one is attacking a Japanese Supra. No, Supra. Get the correct one. Oh my! What's happened to Finn? I was singing his praises earlier, and then he goes and drops it. He has a little lock-up going in. You can hear the tyres squealing in protest as he has it. Oh, he just drops it himself on the exit. I tell you what, I love how we turned off the ghost in the settings and we still ghost. So Kenny still leads this race on the end of lap 8, starting on lap 9, but Monty is very, very much closing in as Fracas comes into the pits. Now, Fracas could be doing the soft strategy, which did cross through my mind when we did this race. So, we got Nathan back up into 3rd position, Zab in 4th, Zimmer down to 5th. So what? So something happened to Zimmer last lap. We then got Nectar up to 6th, Cap up to 7th, Oberon in 8th, Slav in 9th, Pipper in 10th, Blade in 11th, Quack in 12th, Beaumont in 13th, Juno in 14th, Fracas in 15th. We have lost somebody. We had 16 runners, now we only have 15. Who did we lose? Just trying to figure out who we lost. Let's have a look. I'll have a little look in a bit. So Zab still chasing down Zimmer for 4th position. I'm sure someone in the comments below can actually tell me who we lost. But whilst waiting to try and figure out who we lost, we got Monty versus Kenny right up at the front of the grid. Them two in a league of their own. Well, I say league of their own. In the world of their own race. They've built a massive gap to Nathan further back. As Monty has a little moment coming out of turn 5 and is now side by side with Kenny as we go into the left-hander off turn 6. Does Monty run it wide? Does he carry the speed though? He does. So Monty is our new race. Excuse me. Our new race leader with Kenny just behind him. Monty defending the inside. Denies the switchback, keeps it all squared off. Kenny can't get the switchback now. So Monty started 7th, now on 1st, so good start from him, keeping out of mischief. Keeping it all squared away. Now he's going to try and disappear and take off. Let's see if Kenny can keep up over the next lap or so. Let's jump back through the rest of the grid as we got Nathan in 3rd in no man's land. Sort of in no man's land at the moment. We got Zimmer in 4th. We got Zeb in 6th. We got Nectar in 6th. Sorry, we got Cap in 7th. These two are still close together. Worth keeping an eye on them. We got Obi-Wan in 8th, we got Slav in 9th, very closely followed by Pippa in 10th. We'll stick with these two for just a moment. As Zimmer uses straight line speed of that Supra to just about keep that Renault at bay. We then got Blade in 12th, we got Quack in 13th. Oh, I know who we lost. We lost Major. We then got Beaumont in 13th, sorry. Fracas in 14th on the soft strategy. And we then got Finn in 15th, rounding off near the end. Let's jump back forward to this battle of the... Watch it. So as we go into turn 4... Pippa just gets a much better corner, much better exit, has a look basically around sort of the left hand side of the track up towards the inside of the next corner and gets the move done. Fantastic move. So both watermelons now up into the 8th and 9th position. Let's stick with these two for just another moment or two. Slav's going to have a little look back here. That was a... okay. As Quack gets that corner all sorts wrong further on in the background. That was a bit of a push pass, if I don't mind saying on. Yeah. I'm going to have a look at the stewards' reports and see if any of this was reported, because... yeah, interesting. Now going further forward, we got Caps finally gotten past Nectar. When did this happen? This happened? What happened? So Cap just got a really good exit coming out of 6. They're going side by side through turn 9. We got through turn 10, 11 and 12 still side by side. Does anyone back out of it? Not really. Cap does eventually back out of it, and this is what I said in Tier 4. Back out of it because something happened in Tier 4 very similar to that, but nobody backed out. Backed out, done this. So Cap now got ahead of Nectar. I'm going to try and start closing in on that championship. Potential championship challenging position as Zimmer comes in for a pit stop. Is he going to spike everybody else to come in the next lap, I wonder? Let's find out in the lap's time, as Nectar is not done yet as he has a look up the inside going into turn 1. And Nectar takes back 5th position from his championship rival. It's not done yet as we go up to turn 4. Both drivers kind of get the corner slightly right. They're definitely got, one's definitely more offset than the other. Does Nectar keep the position? Does he get the drive coming out of 5? From the looks of it, he does. We go through turn 6. Excuse me, as turn 6 was more friendly to Nectar than it was Cap at that time around, but we're not done yet as we go up the hill through 7, through 8. Is Nectar going to be wise this time to the move? It's going to be a little bit more wise. Cap trying to go around the outside, Nectar shutting the door very firmly in his face. So Nectar's still holding on to 5th position as we go round Death Corner at the moment. Both survive. They do. Both survive going through Death Corner. Now, is anybody going to start onto the pit stops? Nathan is. Monty and Kenny stay out. Zab is. Nectar coming in? No. Nor is Cap. Obi-Wan stays out. Quack stays out. Beaumont comes in. Blade comes in. Fracas stays out, so he's going to gain some spots now. Does Finn stay out? Finn stays out. Zimmer. Slav also pitted, as well as Pippa. Hence why we had a couple of cars at the back, which I was wondering who they were. So has Zimmer's undercut worked at all? His main target is going to be Zab. It has worked. So Zimmer has managed to undercut Zab. Who else has managed to undercut? Slav's not quite been able to do it. Pippa's still ahead of the other two at the moment. So the other two have actually kind of gained. These two have actually gained a little bit with the overcut. Right, so let's have a look through the rest of the grid. As Cap has now managed to get past Nectar again. Nectar doesn't look like he's gotten the exit at all that he wanted as we go up the hill. as we go up towards this left-hander, and Cap's in much better position with a bit of a bigger gap this time to Nectar, so Cap's now going to take third position. Kenny's got to come in this lap. Monty could go on another couple of laps actually, but does he? Nectar using everything he's got to try and stick with Monty as long as possible, but he's got to come in this lap. Monty comes in, so does Kenny. Nectar could stay out an extra lap, so could Obi-Wan. Nectar's gonna stay out a lap, so this will be interesting. Does Nectar's gamble of staying out another lap work? So he's in P1, in the moment he's in P1, he's got clean air ahead of him. So now it's going to be the best time for him to set a really, really good in-lap, sorry. Oh, fair enough. So Cap just filling me in. There was a little incident, which I did miss, between him and Nectar. Nectar was respectful enough to give it back to him. So now, with that being said, Fracas is up to third. Finn's now currently up to fourth, with our net race leader in fifth position on the grass, as he's already challenging fourth and third position. Now, Nathan's in fourth and has managed to gain position to Kenny. Excuse me, as Zimmer's closing in. Zab's not far behind. And Cap is back in 10th position. And I'm going to drink whilst I can. So Fracas has managed to clear Finn quite nicely, as now Monty is stuck behind the flying Finn. Can Monty, or does Monty make a move? He does make a move going into the last corner. Does he make it stick, or does he back out of it? He does make it stick. Both drivers giving each other plenty of room. Monty's had a little bit of a squiggly exit as Nectar goes around again. With a really good strong lap time actually. So the time to beat for Cap is a 42.6, so I'm just going to flick over to Cap. We'll stick with Cap for just a moment. So, what sort of lap time are we seeing here? A 43.9 from Cap and a 42.6. So at the moment Nectar's extending a little bit. Fracas is now in second. He's still got to stop another time yet, so he's got another couple of laps before he stops. Monty's in third. The net race leader in third, chasing down second position. Finn's in fourth. He's going to most likely have to come in this lap. And then we've got Nathan in fifth, Kenny in sixth, Zimmer in seventh, who's on a very similar lap time actually to Nectar up at P1. Zap in 8th with a very interesting final 3 digits of his race lap. Let's move on very quickly. We've got Cap in 9th and then Slav in 10th position. Obi-Wan in 11th, Pepper in 12th, Blade in 13th, Quackhouse in 14th, chasing down Blade, or trying to chase down Blade. And in comes Nectar, so I'm going to jump up to Cap and we're going to watch Cap for a little bit. So I want to see where Nectar comes out in regards to Cap. As Fracas comes through to temporarily take the lead of this race, Finn obviously comes in because he's got no fuel left at all. So through goes Nathan to past his teammate. His teammate's now fueling up. Let's jump back onto Cap. Where does Nectar come out? Nectar comes out. He's not going to have the speed though. Cap's going to have the momentum initially. But Nectar is crucially on the soft tyres. Now Auto tried this strategy in the feature race in Tier 4, pretty much almost exactly the same time he came in. And it nearly worked for me. Nectar's going to try and make it work. He's immediately on the attack of Cap. So Nectar could actually project himself forward a couple of extra spots. But it depends, what's he going to be like on his tyres? With about 8 laps to go. Now, Fracas is making tyres. These softs last about 9 laps apiece. So this should be good for Nectar. And speaking of Fracas, Fracas is now under pressure from Monty. Fracas has got to go another 2 laps well, I say 2 laps. He could pit now actually and put himself in a semi-good spot, but then again he'll be in traffic and then he'll have to fight through. So Fracas comes in. Don't think he had enough fuel to go on an extra lap, so Monty now takes the lead in net P1 with Nathan in second, with a comfortable gap to Nathan actually. Kenny in third. All 3 drivers have got a comfortable gap to each other. Zimmer in fourth. Then we've got Zab in fifth. Cap in sixth, followed closely by Nectar. Slav is in eighth. Cap's in ninth. Oh, Cap is in ninth. Obi-Wan's in 10th. Fracas is still in the pits. Here comes Quack for 11th. There goes through Blade as well. There comes Fracas now, with Beaumont just coming up the hill under the gantry. Does Beaumont have the speed to catch right up to Fracas? No. Fracas is on a fresh set of now got to drive 7 laps of his life, whilst somewhat protecting the tyres a little bit to see where he ends up. Let's jump forward to these two. Let's chase that. Let's stick with these two for just a little bit. Now, Cap's doing a really good job at keeping Nectar down in 7th position. He's holding him off. And this is not going to be what Nectar wants. This is going to be hurting Nectar's tyres quite a lot. Cap seems to have pulled a bit of a gap as well to Nectar. So Nectar looks like he had a bit of a bad lap. Excuse me. Now, there's only about a 1/10 of a second difference. As we've got 6 laps left of this race. Is anything else going to rear its head? Here it is. I say here it is. As the 2 championship contenders, excuse me, start to catch up to 5th and 4th, especially 5th. So, what's going to happen here now? Zimmer is at the front of this lot, and Slav is 4 positions back, just coming into the shot now. If you look on that, well, just there you go on the left. Now, Zimmer could potentially play the ultimate team game, risk his 4th position, back these 3 up, so these 3 will start fighting, potentially allow Zimmer to catch up to them, and then in the midst of that, Zimmer could potentially gain a couple of positions due to them fighting. Wouldn't be the wisest move, because Slav's not immediately on the back. Now Cap has managed to pull an even bigger gap to Nectar, so we're going to 41.2 last lap and a 41.3. So I think Nectar's trying to nurse these tyres just a little bit. Or he's maybe starting to struggle a little bit with pace, I'm not quite sure. Doesn't seem to have gotten them switched on nearly as quick as I thought he would. And now Zab's really caught up to the back of Zimmer, as Cap's also caught up to the back of Zab as well. So we've definitely got a battle for 5th on our hands, potentially even 4th. Zimmer's teammate Slav is nowhere near him to help him out. So I mean Zimmer versus 2, maybe even 3 drivers. As Cap gets a really nice exit, coming out the long left hand as we go up the hill. But that Mazda in the slipstream of the Supra, both Mazda and Supra have got really high top speeds. That Lamborghini's not going to quite compete this time as Cap touches the wall on the inside. And this is allowing Nectar to come straight back into the battle. I'm going to get through these next couple of quarters. We're going to get through to turn 1 at least, because I wanted to have a quick look through the rest of the grid. And let's get these next couple of moments out of the way. So who can capitalise, who can gain a position, who loses out, who can start the frenzy that's about to hit. I think it's going to be Zab in the Mazda that's going to start this. It is going to be Zab that starts this, as Zimmer very nearly chops the nose off the... Oh no! Nectar not involved in this at all. Just gets really unlucky. So Nectar not involved in any of that at all, loses out his 6th position, loses out his 7th position, excuse me, and he's now dropped to 9th, so he's now got some work to do to get back up, as his problems aren't over yet, because he's in a watermelon sandwich at the moment. He is the salami in a watermelon sandwich currently. Although it looks like Pippa's had an absolute mare of a corner. So Nectar's going to try and use those soft tyres for the remaining 4 laps against these mediums, which are probably at the cutover point by now, to try and get at least 8th position back as we go back through the rest of the grid. What else is going on? Fracas is fighting Quack for 11th position. Let's jump on board. Let's Fracas defends early. Both keep it clean. What the hell did Quack do? Quack, why are you lifting, mate? Right, so that explains a Napa roaster there, but why were you lifting down the straight? Interesting. So Pippa is not able to keep on the back of Nectar much longer, as Obi-Wan gets it all sorts of wrong. Coming out of the last corner as Nectar's now right there with him, so can Obi-Wan defend this position, or is Nectar going to go for it? Nectar's going to try and have a look. The Renault's just a little too quick down the straight line. Is he going to have a look on the brakes? He's going to try. The switchback's not going to work this time, as the lag is darting him all over the place, which is not going to give the driver behind much confidence at all. So with 3 to go, can Nectar get Obi-Wan out of the way? Well, I say out of the way. Can Nectar get past Obi-Wan? Let's jump further forward as Zap has fallen. When did this happen? Quite a bit ago from the looks of it. Let's get back up to where we were. So Cap's gotten past Zab for 5th position, and he's now on the back of Zimmer for 4th. So can Cap really, whilst his championship rivals all the way down in currently 9th position, can he try and capitalise and gain another position? Zab's not going to make any extra positions, that's for certain. Not by doing that, as we got everyone defending the inside line from Nectar. Nectar's still trying everything he's got to try and get past as we jump back forward. Zimmer hasn't had a good mid corner, as Cap's had a lot better one. So their tyres are both about the same. As Zimmer goes up tries to defend the inside, Cap swoops around the outside. Seems like he's got a lot more top speed at the moment than Zimmer. Zimmer now trying to fight back, trying to go round the outside. Can he use the Supra's top speed to get a bit more of a nose round there? No, Cap still sticks his nose up the inside as we go further back down the grid. I want to give Nectar a moment to shine as well, considering what happened 2 laps ago. So Nectar got the exit he was after, got the speed advantage over Obi-Wan this time, and this time he tries to swoop around the outside. Doesn't make it work. They're still side by side, going through turn 1, going round turn 2. Nectar takes it, just about takes it, there we go. So Nectar's now up to 8th position. As Pippa in the background's trying to have a go at their teammate Obi-Wan. So the two watermelons having a battle where really you want to be working together to try and chase down Nectar. So jumping back forward, as Cap has managed to get past Zimmer. Did we see that? We did see that. Apologies. So Cap's managed to get past Zimmer as we go up the hill, up towards this funny little hairpin. Cap really trying to open up. That's not going to help you, mate. As Cap goes a little bit wide in the hairpin, can't Zimmer react and capitalise as best he can? Can he put extra pressure on Cap? Not this time. Cap has got the better line going through Death Corner. Is now going to open up the gap back up again. Now can Cap catch up to Kenny? Don't think so, because Kenny's doing about the same sort of lap times as Cap at the moment. Going forward, we've got Nectar doing this again, same sort of lap times, very consistent. And then Monty ahead of them again, very consistent, doing some faster lap times. Excuse me, it's further back. We got Finn try and chase down Beaumont. Beaumont went a little bit wide going through Death Corner. Shouldn't have too much of a problem. But we will see, as Finn is definitely in the slipstream now. Can the Flying Finn get past the Frenchman in the Jaguar? Let's find out as we come up to turn 1. Not this time. So we'll jump back forward. We've got Blade on zone in 13th. We've got Quack in 12th. We've got Fracas in 11th. Starting to chase down Pippa in 10th position, who's still fighting their teammate Obi-Wan for 9th position. Wait. Right, okay. I'm trying to multitask, which doesn't work. So Pippa has now got a better exit up than Obi-Wan. Goes up the inside, up to the hairpin. So Obi-Wan now drops down to 10th. Pippa's up to 9th. Fracas is just there. He's still catching up with 1 lap to go. I'm not sure it's going to be possible. Nectar in 8th, and a very lonely 8th. Slav's in 7th, plenty of fuel. Zab's in 6th. Zimmer is in 5th. These two could have a bit of a battle. Zab's got better tyres. Let's go forward as Cap's got... Oh, I was going to say, Cap did just tell me He ran out of fuel 4% on the last lap. Yeah, that's not gonna. 0.3 of the lap. Yeah, that's not gonna work, mate. Yeah, you're short shifting now. I can see you're trying to save fuel. So we'll keep an eye out on these guys. I want to go forward. Kenny's got plenty of fuel. Nathan's got plenty of fuel. Monty's definitely got plenty of fuel. As Beaumont and Finn have them. Finn does get past. Beaumont, when does this happen? Sorry, I'm going to give these guys a bit of limelight. When does this happen? Here we go. So it happened just after I left these guys. So Beaumont slightly defending the inside. Was that a little nudge? Let's have a little look. Was that a nudge? No, it wasn't. It looked like a nudge. So Beaumont just really outbraked himself. Not doing himself any sort of favours as Finn goes straight up the inside of turn 5. So good move from Beaumont applying the from Finn applying the pressure. Let's jump back forward. Where are we? Here we are. So I want to keep an eye on Cap, because Cap's turned around and said he had basically no fuel anyway, and I can physically see he's got no fuel. Now, something that bothers me. If this was still under the old format where we had a 40-minute timer, then yes, I could understand why people might put a little bit less fuel in, because you don't really know if you're going to be doing 23 or 25 laps. But when you know how many laps you're doing, you shouldn't really be under fueling, should you? Because why under fuel when you can just go flat out same pace? And just have a little bit extra gas in the tank, and you can rev out the car. Now, Cap is really fuel saving. He's short shifting like mad. I'm surprised he's not run out of fuel yet. He's probably on fuel map 6. So, oh, shit, I need to go back a couple of seconds. Sorry, I was more interested in Cap's fuel than what was actually going on around. So Monty comes around the final corner, flashes his lights. Very well deserved victory. He's had an absolute splendid night here. Apologies, Monty, you're going to have your moment in glory as Monty comes over the start-finish line to take victory here at Sardegna in the feature, with Nathan in second. Kenny with an absolute fantastic race. Probably not the one he was hoping for. He probably wanted a little bit higher up in like first or second, but anyway, he gets third. Cap's in fourth, Zim's in fifth, Zab's in sixth, Slav's in 7th position. We then got Nectar in 8th after getting really unlucky with having that little spin. We then got Pippa coming across the line from 9th. We got Obi-Wan in 10th. We got Fracas making up some time in 11th with a different strategy to everybody else. We got Quack and Fracas doing Quack and Fracas things. We then got Blade coming through for 13th. We then got Beaumont, who managed to get back past Finn for 14th, and then we got Finn bringing up the rear in last position. Yeah, I definitely needed a sip of water at the start of that, I'm not going to lie to you. So, probably one of the more chaotic races I've seen for a little while. Quite a nice change. So, as it currently stands, we've got Nectar still in the lead with 5 points difference. So that championship gap has halved by the time we went into the Moo Village last week. We still got Cap in second. Zimmer's is in 5th position. So the gap between Zab and Zimmer is only 1 point difference, with Nathan 7 points behind Zab. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I get my facts correct. The Alfa Romeo team has charged off into the lead with 235 points for the constructor standings, with the Toyota Supras with 175 and the Mazdas with 158 in third position. So there we are, there's Sardegna. Now, plan is going through the same thing tomorrow. I'm going to do tier 4 and tier 5 comms tomorrow for Moo Village, or Alice Village, which was last week. We got the Nordschleife tonight, which the plan is to get them out on Wednesday, providing everything goes according to plan. So then we are all up to date, all caught up, ready for the final round at Interlagos. So, I hope everyone had a great time. Take care of yourselves, and we'll speak to you soon.